4 compared to 10. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what do you tell Ivers?
What do I tell? Well, Ivers, we need your aid. Someone has been killed, and we need someone to follow the tracks to lead our way so we can save the rest. Mm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was just looking for if I have any stats for dogs.
Ah.
That's alright. Okay.
Where's my
So,
total?
he'll nod and agree, and he'll bring along his dog with him.
Mm-hmm.
And
You are. It's a grizzled sight. Mm-hmm.
Oof.
oh, that was close.
Hmm?
I rolled for him, and
Ah.
oh, that was close.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, does he know the way? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He is able to find beastly tracks reminiscent of that of a wolf's heading south, away from the ruined tent and camp.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
The dog knows the way.
What characteristic is perception? Is it will?
Intelligence.
Intelligence, and what is follow trails?
Also int.
Okay. Oh, I meant to personally roll that, but yeah, he doesn't notice the other thing about the tracks.
Oh.
Does anyone look at the bodies?
Yes.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
I think
Zach,
the priest of war is probably looking at them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So, what do you see? What are you looking for?
It said that the tent has been slashed open by something, so I'm searching for. But the cracks looks wolfen, so it could possibly be greenskin goblin wolf riders. So I'm gonna check if there's have been any slashing on the bodies or anything that's been cut with a knife.
I would allow a search check.
Sadly, I do not have that trained.
As well as does anyone have search? And I don't think that one. I think that one is basic, so it
It is a
just be
basic,
roll.
so yeah, it can be attempted
Yes.
for half.
And it is at plus 10.
What was the other?
This is if you pass the search check.
All right. Search.
Yeah.
You said plus 10.
Yes.
I just got Siegfried keeping an eye out, essentially.
I'm going to spend a fortune point to re-roll again. Search.
Oh, I guess I could turn off the boardwalk because you have not been on a boardwalk.
Damn it.
Well, you notice the priest. Does anyone else have any good search skills, trained or not?
I don't have any good search skills, but I'll have Siegfried assist since he's also with Zacharias. So.
Mm-hmm.
With them assisting, how do you guys search? Explain to me the process of your searching, regardless of what you rolled.
At least in Siegfried's case, it'll be looking over the tent to see how they got in, and then sort of inspecting the bodies for what kind of wounds, Zagreus is doing, what kind of wounds were sustained.
Was anything taken?
Because it also seems strange that if it's a wolf, why they would not have like dragged them off to like for food.
So, what is Rolf and Getrock doing at this time?
I'm gonna quickly just re-roll that though with a fortune point.
Yeah.
Well, I figure considering there's probably too many people in this tent already, I'm just outside just sharpening my pickaxe.
Okay. How about Rolf? Yeah, but you can still help.
Yeah.
You have heal, right? Take a look at the body.
For instance, also
I
this,
don't
I don't
have
have
heal.
heal.
I don't have
I-
heal.
I do have
How-
heal, but I wasn't asked to roll it.
Well, there's a thing. If Rolf can roll animal care, however, looking over the bodies, outdoor survival or animal care.
I'm gonna
Animal
go
care?
outdoor survival because I didn't take animal care.
Well, then I'll do animal care since I have that.
Any modifier or flat?
Flat.
Flat, okay. I'm gonna spend fortune point.
Oh, wait.
As well, there are other like refugees and stuff that were camped nearby.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Getrock. A wolf's wounds would be bite marks, jagged slashes, that kind of stuff, right? These are clean, as if by a blade.
Zip and torn apart.
Whilst the bodies appear to have been mauled, nothing has been removed for consumption, which is unusual considering the seeming ferocity of the attack and the fact that an animal would normally have to be very hungry to attack a large camp.
Plus, if they were attacked by a simple wolf, they would have screamed out in pain.
As well, on the male, you find a silver pendant of Sigmar's double-tailed comet. And you can roll me a perception test at -20.
Well, let's believe
Might
in the
still
next
pass it.
100.
-20, you said, right?
Yes, everyone can on this once it's found.
Oof.
Oof. Alas, the chain seems to be broken. And that is what you get from that.
Okay.
I would say that they were probably killed by goblin wolf riders. I would ask the peasants to double the guard at night and make sure not to stray far from the road.
I think we should at least investigate.
Yes, indeed. Are we not going out into the dark to find this monster?
We should at least investigate the nearby surroundings to try and find this creature.
Avers is ready at hand to help you guys follow the tracks.
Well, yeah, Siegfried will just sort of address the congregation. We'll be back soon. We're going to try and hopefully avenge their deaths.
Stay close.
Now, question: would Zagreus stay and properly bury the dead, or follow the party?
That's up to you.
Yeah. If you look like you're going to stay, Grifrongio, the chi is going to be like, there's time to bury the dead later. Now we must make sure there are no more graves to be dug.
We can bury them
Right.
once we're back. Let's a Sigmar guide us.
I just realized Bergendorf sacked in 25-22.
Oh no. Oh no, we're just gonna get
I'm
there.
assuming it was before this.
Or are we gonna the boy wants to sack it?
We're just gonna get there as it's being sacked.
Oh dear. All right.
Well,
We head out into the dark.
Zagreus follows the party.
May Tal guide us. May Tal guide us on this hunt.
And may more guide our souls.
Sigmar our swords.
So, we head
Yes.
out into the early morning light. What do we find?
So, as you guys are following Avrius and Katja,
Mm-hmm.
you it goes along. It's like slow going because it's following like wolf tracks, and then he just kind of stops and looks around and says, "The tracks stopped." It's probably been about half an hour.
What, just disappeared out of nowhere?
Yeah, it's like, I didn't lose the trail. It's like, here's the tracks here, and there should be tracks here, but there aren't.
Where exactly did it stop? Did it stop
Just
in
like
the
in
middle
the
of...
just like in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Siegfried is
No.
just going to look up into the trees.
Roll me perception.
Dun, 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 dun.
Siegfried
Yeah,
only Siegfried since he looked up.
Yep.
Sagarus is going to do the same.
No, Siegfried's the one who looked up.
Yep.
I'm going to spend a fortune point. Fuck it.
Don't spend a fortune point.
Pardon?
Don't spend a fortune point.
Why?
Don't spend a fortune point.
Okay. He's bullying you.
There's nothing in the trees.
Ah, okay.
It's like, I was like, oh god, he's spending a fortune point. Let's not do that.
Okay, fine.
Do
Sure.
it. Do it.
Quite rude. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, okay,
Right.
GM.
So,
It's like you might need it later. I'll be nice.
Grifongold, like looks at the trade like, what do you mean they stop here? Do you mean they start here? Did they just transform into it? There are no tracks
Yeah,
anywhere.
So like he like points out like the shape of a wolf print. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
here's the last one right here.
Yeah.
Like there's some like broken stuff over here behind it, but it was going into the woods,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no footprint afterwards. Like there's nothing else broken ahead of us. Like nothing came through past here.
Was the wolf taken by some form of bird? Did something pick it up?
But there's no signs of that either. I looked.
No blood splatter, no other trails leading off.
Not at all. It just ends.
Well then, have we been led on a wild goose chase? Is that what they are?
Can
I've rolled, but
I
actually,
make a perception check to see if there's anything around us that's...
yes, you can, and I will also allow an animal care.
Rightish.
For anyone that has that.
Ooh,
Ooh!
crit!
Crit perception. More eyes sees all.
You cannot hide.
Zagreus, you notice something about the tracks. They seem to be almost too perfect.
Hmm?
Ah, fuck.
So, something like wandering through the woods would leave tracks, right? But like, is every footprint the same? No. However, these seem to be too similar.
I say we head back.
You kind of see the cogs in his brain kind of start turning.
What is it, priest?
These tracks, they're off. Too similar.
Like, you look at your own tracks through the woods, and like, you might get like half a footprint somewhere where like it was a bit harder ground. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
These are all complete footprints.
We need, to head,
As the
we,
case
need to,
is.
we need to head back to the camp.
I think that at that point we turn and start Griffon, Siegfried, and anyone who was to follow starts running back to the camp. Following the
Siegfried.
perfectly laid track.
We need to hurry.
Back to the camp.
You
Yes.
guys double time it back to the camp. It's normally, obviously, it'd be like it's faster going because you're not following tracks. It's not as
Yes.
fast going because it's woods. It is faster going because you're hurrying, so it probably takes about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
And you get back, and there's like a couple of the peasants are looking at you. It's like, what, did you find anything?
Is everything all right? Has anything happened?
No, sirs.
Nothing. Nothing.
No,
Well,
we need to get going. Tell everyone to prepare for the journey.
there was nothing there. Just a bunch of empty tracks leading to nothing.
Question is, who made the tracks?
I want our night shift doubled. Nobody. Yeah. Guards alone.
From one brushes his beard. But why were the tracks leading there? He looks again to their guide. Wait, did you say the tracks were leading to us or away from us?
Away from the campsite.
Were there any
Where?
tracks leading in? None at all.
He holds on for a minute and double checks his work. No, sirs, there aren't.
I look at him in horror, then look at the rest of the party.
The rest of it's just footprints from all of us.
You mean
Oh,
to tell me that this thing may have come maybe inside the camp?
from
He just kind of
inside.
shrugs.
This is disconcerting.
There's no
I've heard that certain magician has said the capabilities to transform their entire bodies. What do we know of the peasant, the family who was attacked? Did he have any enemies or affinities with magic?
Griffon Gualducci takes a look at him like, but the question is then, was it one of us? Was it one of your people? Is this a thing that happens here in Reichsheim? People transforming into wolves?
Siegfried is going to try and gather some information about the family that was attacked. And if able, to ask anyone who had been like around in the vicinity if there had been somebody that had like come over to this part of the camp.
So, asking around, you learn that they were a kindly Hawklander family who mostly just kept to himself. Of note, the man was a hunter named Klaus. No one really remembers hearing the woman or girl's name, though. Everyone swears, however, that they didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
How could something have gotten into the tent and not woken anyone up? They must have been killed in their sleep. Otherwise,
Indeed. It is quite the mystery.
I suspect it is too late to ask now, but most likely they were murdered, and the tracks were led off into the woods to drag us away and make us not realize this was a murder by man or kind.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to see to it that their souls are safely shepherded into the garden.
Grifo gives him a small bow. Do your duty, priest. Somebody must.
I'll devise up a new shift plan, and I want the names registered.
I doubt we have enough paper for that, but do your best.
One of the people
I can't read all right.
I can.
mentions that actually no, never mind. That's not something that happens.
Very
But,
similar. Oh, sorry.
Simon,
Yes.
roll me an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Straight intelligence.
Yep.
Success.
So you're like in there preparing their bodies, and as you're going through them, you found a pouch of money. So it's got some silver and copper in it. I can tell you how much if you want.
So it wasn't a robbery.
However, it's what you don't find that disturbs you, possibly. The man was a hunter. Where is bow and arrow?
Kind of looks around, looks under the bed. So, whoever stole it didn't know uses a bow and arrow. I would take this up with Siegfried as he prepares the
Oh yeah.
the embalming.
Do you take Rolf's help as well?
What is Rolf doing?
He said he was helping you if you're okay with it.
He's
Whatever.
offering to help with like
Whatever I can assist with. Venerable Priest of Moor.
Very well. He hands him his shovel. Find me a suitable spot to dig some graves. 6 feet for the adults, 4 feet for the children.
Okay. 1, 2. He starts counting on fingers. Like, of course, holy work be done. And
Zagreus.
We'll make a proper initiate out of you yet.
Zagreus, I'm going to need your help. Your temple teaches you how to write, sir. Is that right?
That they do, especially since we need to recite and read the Liber Mortis and the Book of More.
Once you're done burying the dead, I'm going to need your help to register the names of those who will be on the night shift tonight.
A census would be most wise. You shall have my help as long as it does not conflict with my teachings. Hand me the incense, would you?
As he does so.
Very well. As he smokes some incense over the body and goes into opens the Book of the Dead. O true Lord of the souls of the dead, blessed be thy care. To you entrust our souls. Guard them from those who, in despite of your mercy, would hold them from your grace and bend them to unholy purpose. As we face the enemy, wrap our minds in your iron will, that we may resist temptation.
Out of character, this is nice and novel. Please don't let us have to read it through the entire thing.
So, what is hilarious though is this is actually a very good thing that he's doing.
lend strength to our arms that we may crush their bodies and return their souls
If
to
so-
you
yeah,
for true
'cause
judgment.
If souls aren't ferried on properly, they get taken by chaos.
Oh,
Well, yeah. While Zagreus is doing the sermon, Siegfried is going to gesture for Griffon and Getrock. That sounds like a duo and a half, doesn't it? He's going to gesture for those two, and it's like, I suggest that we search some of the nearby civilians, just in case that they happen to have the bow that belonged to this hunter.
Oh,
You ask any more questions as well.
I think. Sorry, go on, Julius.
From who exactly?
Yeah, so Siegfried is
People around.
Yeah, so
All right.
Siegfried, Siegfried is going to ask, and just ask on the off chance if this family, if anyone had noticed that maybe somebody had been eyeing this family, because if the bow was stolen, it was obviously premeditated.
I mean that.
Do you mention that entire thing, or do you just mention if anyone was eyeing it?
He mentions it.
Or
He
do
asks.
you mention the bow?
I'm going to say yes,
I
because
had to ask you specifically.
I'm going to say yes because it may cause the. Well, I think we've narrowed it down to someone in the camp. I think we've narrowed that down. I think that's safe to say. Siegfried is going to deliberately sort of what's the best way of phrasing it? Sort of let out that the bow was taken, almost like a slip of the tongue, when he's actually just wanting to make this this thief sort of panic. So I'm going to say yes. He does mention the bow.
I'm not going to tell you what bonuses you have, but Romy, I think it's deceive.
No, I don't fucking have that. Jesus.
Good luck.
Is it deceive? Or is
I
it
don't
I think it is just.
There's concealment.
I
which
think
is-
it just still falls under persuasion.
Charm.
No,
perhaps?
no. Charm. Yeah, I think it still just falls under charm.
Would it be charm or gossip? Because I'm technically trying to gather information.
I can allow gossip.
Nice. I'll go with gossip.
Ah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
So
yeah.
I did just say that I'm not telling you any bonuses or minuses.
Yeah, I'm
So you can reroll if you want. But
I am going to spend a fortune point to reroll this.
okay.
Okay.
Ah, fuck.
So as you mentioned the bow, somewhat obviously after rerolling. The other peasants just kind of like looks at you weird, but then Six mentions Pasta was. I mean, I didn't notice anyone specific eyeing him, but he did have a rather magnificent bow. It was. Description it gives is a magnificent, hefty bow that he was showing off yesterday.
Oh. Well, then we do have a motive, do we not? Griffon looks at Gertrude. So he had a big bow that people would like. But where in the world does this wolf come from? What do you think, my fellow dwarf? What could have led to this?
For all I know, it could be one of you.
Nah, I don't think so. I feel like everyone's a bit too involved into this.
I think we're all accounted for as well.
I didn't see you, so that means I don't know you.
Well, you can blame us all you want, but we all look out for each other. We're a team, after all. So, if it's not us, then who is it exactly? And what can we do?
And
to stop them
question:
from
how
doing it?
open have you been with your discoveries?
Except
Are you
for
trying to keep it private, mostly with like just Avrius, obviously, or are you inadvertently at least letting people listen in? Or are you being careful to not let people hear?
Unless I would say we wouldn't let the normal populace listening, but maybe some of the guards or.
Well,
No.
guards is you guys. That's it.
Yeah, we're the guards. So I think along those lines, I think at least on Siegfried's end, he's only really discussing the finer points of this with the group. The only time he's really letting out other information is just like now, where he's quote unquote.
Are you including Avrius as part of the group?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we brought him along with this, so I think so. He's helping us track, and we talked of him a lot. And Griffon's being loud, but he's talking in Dwarvish to get rocks, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
So
that's the question. Ivers is also armed with a bow, isn't he? But that we would have seen that before this bow was taken, wouldn't we?
He was wondering if Ivers has a cool new bow he acquired under suspicious circumstances.
He does not seem to have a bow that could be called magnificent. It is a fine bow, like old and like well used, kind of, but like well constructed. But would be a stretch to call it magnificent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I suppose after that, Siegfried is not going to go with double the night shift. It'll be triple the night shift, so 3 people in sort of like.
Quick question: do we know of any wood elf sort of have wood elves been sighted near Talabheim?
Well, there's one wood elf.
Roll me knowledge empire, and if you have any knowledge related to wood elves, you can also roll that.
the Grudgeborn Fury war?
Oh no!
That's nothing.
You know what? Yes, roll me knowledge dwarves.
Okay, sure. Come on.
Give it a sec, I'll be up there in a minute.
Internal, just dwarf grudge screaming.
It's like, yes, this is exactly the kind of dirty trick a wood elf would play. I mean, what?
Yes.
No. Yep, definitely.
The beardless bastards.
An elf. That would explain it.
So you guys are just there, like, trying to figure out who the murderer in the camp is, and the dwarves are just like, oh, yes, it was an elf. It must have been an elf. It had to have been an elf.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright.
Roll it.
I'll roll common knowledge empire, why not? Since this all been brought up. What a bastard.
To your knowledge, Siegfried, to my knowledge, there are not any wood elf enclaves close to Talabheim.
Yeah.
Gastrock and Griffon doesn't know that though, and it's like, yeah, these fucking elves, dude, bonding over the one thing.
It's like, usually, hell, to my knowledge, as a that's like I know Athelorian isn't any close. I know there's like other little specks and stuff, but
I'm pretty sure Talabheim is the thing.
Yeah. Like, there might be. I think there probably is one in the Great Old Forest, but I'm also pretty sure that that's not common knowledge.
Yeah. Well, I think. Well, we were told to use. There were stories about people going missing near forests, but I don't think this doesn't sound like
beastmen.
It doesn't sound like anything to the stories that I've heard about these elves.
Well,
there's nothing we can do now. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I want more people on night shifts.
I do believe that if you add more, you'll have the entire camp up at night staring at all. So,
if that's what it takes to find this killer, then yeah.
But at this point, most of the camp is packed up and ready to go.
Right.
Advance.
All right. Let's hope the road ahead is peaceful as we leave behind the graves of the man and his wife, and the children.
Advance.
So we head onwards, pushing the cart forward with the strength of those who still can. So sinful, there's like a scratching noise coming from your mic.
So,
Thank you.
for the third day, you travel, and you'd get through Gundak. Actually, yeah, you'd probably be a lot farther. Let's see. Taalagad would probably, first day would probably bring you to there. Because you have to get here in 3.5 days. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So about 30 feet on the map every day.
yeah.
So we'd be about Bergendorf now at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
So you'd be camped, across from.
Mm-hmm. Sadly.
probably
In the middle of it being
outside
stacks.
the
Mhm.
Spurtal across from recently sacked Bergendorf.
Mm-hmm.
Sacked by who? I'll check.
Probably us on the way.
I like how with that meme it cuts off the dwarves around.
It were sacked by wood elves.
Yeah, we're certain of it.
Oh,
It's always the one else.
it was sacked in 2522. Its population of 93 is still missing, and it's in another book.
Okay.
Oh,
It's in a book called Sigmar's Heirs,
Okay.
Sigma.
and I don't feel like pulling up a.
The entire different book just to
Yeah.
populate the thing that happens or happened a while ago.
It doesn't matter. That's Hockland, anyways.
Yep.
It's across the river. It's across the river. It's Hockland over there.
No, nobody gives a shit. Everyone was like, man, those are some nice burning buildings. Like, good thing it's on Auckland and not on our area.
And it's like you have more people in your party even after the murders than were in the village.
Okay.
That's an oof.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Like-
Sigma.
Because you had about 100 adults now in your
Mhm.
party, never mind the kids, and you've lost 2 adults and a kid.
Yeah.
So you're at 98 adults, a bunch of kids, and you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is fucking Siegfried just shouting for Sigmar over the
No.
river?
No, that's just me being
No. Sigmar shouts for Sigmar over the river every now and then.
That's just me being obnoxious and liking Doltzmeyer's voice.
After doing it a while, Rolf starts to join him as well as they shout at the top of their lungs for Sigmar over the river, hearing the echo come back to them, shouting.
Or Sigmar.
Siegfried is not actually shouting for Sigmar.
No, you're shouting.
Not yet. I will get to the campy shouting later.
Wow, boring. Alright. So yeah, the next night comes, and how do I say? I believe Siegfried is now grouping up everyone into trees and putting them all over the place, hoping to keep watch. Mm-hmm.
South, east, west, north, that sort of thing. With
Mhm.
one of the players on the north end and one of them on the south end. Just so.
The only thing tonight, I'd like the 5 of you to roll me a toughness check.
Toughness, eh?
Oh no, we're getting infected by the
Flat?
plague.
I can do that. I
Flat?
definitely can.
damn it.
Toughness. Mhm.
I'm gonna get
Hey.
flat.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the two fucking just common born peasants that essentially that have passed this so far.
Well, the dwarf. One dwarf. Mhm.
I would burn a fortune point.
And the dwarf also succeeded.
I only got worse.
I'm re-rolling.
All right. Good luck.
Fingers crossed.
Apparently, fortune is not on your side.
Renaud has promptly said "fuck off." Renaud being the god of luck and trickery.
He says, "Fuck you guys, you fail." All right. So,
Anyways,
Mhm.
as you wake up and arrive in Breitblatt just past noon,
Mhm.
whilst some would consider their journey but a small distance, to remember that majority of Empire peasants live, grow old, and die within a day's march of the home village. The peasants themselves are happy to have finally arrived, despite the troubles. Flutes are produced, songs are sung, and a general sense of festivity blooms amongst them.
Mhm.
The few villagers left in Breitblatt turn out to meet the mass of new arrivals and to inspect the incoming goods.
Wait, we're in
As
Brightblatt
does
now.
yes.
Okay.
So you guys can't control the token too, but
Yeah,
I'll
but
pull you
just
down there.
dun, dun, dun.
Um,
Sip.
Small militia of 6 men that are posted in the village arrive to meet you and are also eager for news from the city. Breitblatt itself isn't much to look at. A small peasant farming village, about a mile off the old dwarf road and several miles from Talbeston's southeastern rim. It is presently a vassal of Talabheim and the Countess. It is Countess Elise Krieglitz Untern, which will probably be important later, so I'll give you guys the name.
Thank you.
Countess Elisa Kreglitz Unter.
I love how the people that speak the Germanic language are better at this.
Shocking, isn't it? Mm.
I mean, I guess English is Germanic, whatever. It's not at the same time.
Yeah.
I speak fine English.
It's what? Countess Elise Kraiglitz intern.
Krieglitz.
Mm.
Anyways.
Intern.
Mm-hmm. Like Blitzkrieg. Anyway.
You all are welcome to stay the night, if you wish.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, however, the militia commander strongly recommends going back the way you came, as news from Waterfart in the south is bad.
Just as well we didn't go that way.
Uh-huh. Mort does give good advice, huh?
Of course. He always gives good advice for those willing to listen.
Siegfried, once the peasants have dispersed, is going to bring the Countess up to date with what we have discovered.
No, Countess is in charge of Talabheim, not this small village.
Oh, okay.
Village is subservient to Talabheim under the Countess.
Oh, okay, well in that case he's going to bring the militiamen up to date with what they've discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, you know,
they take the news of a murderer not well, but promise to keep an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather keep you in the loop. Just in case something does happen. But we'll gladly stay the night. Just to provide a little bit of assistance if needed.
Yeah.
I would also give... what was his name again? The shell-shocked husband. I would also give him a spear, holy symbol of Moor. Matthias. And perhaps if he were to take to the faith, his mind would be healed. Or soul.
As well as that, if it is not too much to ask, I would appreciate that me and any of my companions here that volunteer would like to accompany you during the night watch, just on the off chance something happens.
Very well.
Siegfried says to the militiamen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do the militiamen accept? Does the man accept conversion to more? Mm-hmm.
The man does not accept conversion to more. He is firmly with his belief of Shalia.
Oh well, if you will not see the father, I hope you find joy with the daughter.
No pamphlets this time.
Sounds like bad porno.
Fun fact, Shalia and Demore are related.
They are.
Oh. Classic divinity.
Oh, you meant give you guys the handout for the names. That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's gonna get lost in the chat, so
Oh, there's a party notes handout.
Nice.
I was just. Well, I guess I shouldn't assume you guys are keeping notes since I never keep notes. But
It's nice to have a party note on Roll20 at least. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you need anything again, or
Anything else? No, I think
do you need any names again?
I think we can still scroll up chapter far enough to get them.
Okay.
Mhm.
yeah, it's still at the beginning. Although I am unable to edit the handout, so
I think I thought. Oh, I made it so everyone could see it, not so everyone could edit it.
I'll take a stack of 20 sliced in.
What?
Okay. A bloodletter shows up and slices you thin into 20 pieces, and then disappears.
Okay.
Goodbye, dwarf. We'll miss you. Well. Mm.
Any case, so the night shift goes by relatively easily. You notice only 2 of the militia members are actually keeping watch at night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Out of the 6,
Yeah.
a few of the hardier peasants are assisting as well. Now
Mhm.
that they're living here, but
Yeah.
In that case, Zagreus would probably give some help in the night watch.
nothing untoward happens.
Hmm.
Well, we have upheld our deal with the magistrate. Perhaps we should make our way back and
Yeah. After all, we have done our deed. We must collect our pay. We have escorted these poor folk safely, and now we shall head back.
Indeed, let's get going.
Well, on the way back, it is mostly uneventful. There's 2 major occurrences, though.
Mhm.
First is Zagreus and Zetrock. You both develop a rather strong cough and occasional involuntary shudders, though you don't feel particularly cold.
Oh no. Are you two okay?
You had been feeling a bit of an itch in the back of your throat before this.
perhaps I should check in with some Chileans once we arrive.
Are you two okay?
You also go to the barber surgeon.
Yes,
no.
get your throat chopped out.
You won't need this. Just gouges out the windpipe.
Can I make a heal check to see if I can find some local herbs or something to make some medicine out of?
I
Or-
think, yeah, at the very least, I think we'd recognise the symptoms at least matches what we've been
Yeah.
hearing.
Feel free to roll a heal check or any pertinent knowledges that you would feel would fit disease.
Success.
So there's something interesting about this disease. And you can tell it is indeed a disease. However, it doesn't match anything that you've known of before, following all the symptoms and the speed of its disease. This is entirely new as far as you can tell.
For now, it is most important that Getrek and I are kept separate from the main party. Establish a quarantine at least 10 feet away from the rest at all time.
So, on the last night before you reached Taalagad, what is your watch order?
Good question, actually.
So we've got 6 of us. No, we don't have 6 of us. How many do we
5
have?
so far.
5 so far.
Me,
This is gonna be awkward.
Rolf, Siegfried, Griffon, Getrok.
I'm going to have the 2 dwarves for the first part.
Okay, so Griffon, Getrok. Oh, you mean double the pair?
Yeah. Gonna have
Rip
Zagreus and no, sorry, not the 2 dwarves. Sorry, because one's sick. Rolf and let me think of this. So I think we're probably safest at the beginning of the night.
I think currently we should probably let the sick rest and have the rest of us take the cab.
Yeah,
so we will go Griffon, Siegfried, and Zagreus.
Zagreus is sick. It's Rolf.
Oh yes.
So Griffon for the sort of evening first part of the night. Siegfried for the actual sort of night, and then Rolf for the sort of early morning.
Right.
Well, we'll let the sick people rest.
Yeah.
When would you switch from Siegfried to Rolf?
Let's see. We're sleeping 8 hours, so 2.5 hours. 5 hours into after 12, so 5 in the morning.
Yeah, about 5 in the morning.
You would switch to Rolf?
Yeah.
Then Siegfried! Make a perception check.
Row.
Thank you, Matt.
Well, the best part is this counts as a new day. So.
It's at plus 10.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Plus 10 still?
Yeah, that's with the 10.
So, yeah. Are we only allowed 1 reroll per roll, or how is it exactly?
Per roll, yes. Only one.
One reroll.
Very well. So, what happens to our
distance,
boy Siegfried?
You see some furtive movement, but can't quite pick it out.
He's going to head over to Griffon and sort of slowly kneel down and shake him awake.
Boy, I just went to sleep.
Yeah, apologies, but I think there's movement, and from what I can gather, you're one of the.
Griffon's beard is scratched and his eyes are red. For fuck's sake! Sticks up and tries to take a look around through groggy eyes. You may add any sort of penalties to this, but he's going to try a perception check.
Add the plus 10 still.
Sure. Wait, what? Why is it 0?
Because you put it
plus.
plus 10.
Oh.
Plus.
Yeah, that would have been a fail anyways. Let's try one of my 2 luck rolls. See.
Oh.
Enough. But might not be enough to see anything, however. Nonetheless, he looks around and seems to catch something at least.
Illuminated by Mansleeve's pale light, you see some hunched figures racing across the road from the north and head off at great speed towards the dark wall of Talabheim in the distance.
People. People.
They seem to be running faster than any human can, and they swiftly move beyond sight.
So where are we on the road currently?
Griffon.
You'd be like there-ish.
There-ish. All right. Griffon Gildachi looks at people.
So they're like
charging
heading
at the gates.
That way. Not the gates, just at the wall.
People charging at the wall.
What else,
Moving.
perhaps?
I remember it. I think it's only Siegfried and Griffon that are awake currently.
Mm-hmm. People. He shakes himself awake. They were faster than anything I've seen. No human could have moved that fast. Elves, perhaps? Or something worse, if possible.
I've got a really bad idea.
Just look at you.
You can try to use a follow trail. Cough, cough.
Yeah. Yes, that's good.
Find the tracks.
None of us have.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
As much as I want to follow them, I don't think we're going to be able to keep up with them.
Okay.
That's just, sorry for waking you. Just needed second pair of eyes.
Mm-hmm.
As, it's just going to continue the shift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can do both actually, Julius.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Then you can just tell me the number. If either of those would be a pass.
Close, but not quite. Mm-hmm. 3 off. Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's too bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, well, I first and foremost look at what Siegfried's idea is, or if not, he doesn't say anything, I'm just going to go back to sleep.
Oh, no, he said he had a bad idea, but then said that I don't think we'll be able to keep up with them.
No. Wake me up tomorrow as he lies down back to sleep. Duly
noted.
Okay. So, well, I presume our boy Siegfried's eyes are staring at the walls for the rest of the day, but does anything else happen during the night?
Nope.
Okay, well then Rolf takes over, and then I suppose we just wake up.
Mm-hmm.
These roads are dangerous indeed.
So, the last trek of our journey. Is it uneventful? Is it terrible? Or is it splendid? What happened on our return to Taalagad? I agree.
It's like, some weird shit's going on with these little nuggets, and you'd get a bit more if you pass these checks.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Something's going on, and we're out of it. Well,
I just thought it could actually. I think it was humanoid shaped, wasn't it, as opposed to like human shaped.
Mm-hmm. Nonetheless,
Well, alas. Let's see.
Siegfried has an idea. Ugh.
Uh-oh. It's an unusual occurrence.
It's not necessarily following the tracks, but it'd be going the sort of. So, remind me, the humanoid shapes were. What were they doing again?
Shouting at the walls.
Running from the river to the wall.
Did we see what direction they moved in regarding the wall, or was it just.
Like, from the direction of the river towards the direction of the wall. You just saw them cross the road.
Okay. Okay, no, I've got nothing then.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Oh, let's get moving.
So as you arrive back in Taalagad, it is Taalagad is in a bad way. It's been about a week, after all.
Yes.
Rumor has given way to stark reality. A pestilence runs rampant through the port of Talabheim. The grieving wails of the living ring out from every hovel as the youngest and oldest pass on first, but many others will be joining them soon. The numbers of the dead are still manageable, but many fewer bodies shall soon line the streets, for the sick are already too many to care for, despite the efforts of some valiant Shallians.